You know not to smoke in your cabin. You know not to steal the bathrobe. But do you know about the port day glitch that is draining bank accounts right now? Or the new zero-tolerance scanner rule that is getting everyone detained at the terminal? Cruise lines have quietly updated their tech, their laws, and their fees for 2026. If you cruise like it's 2019, you are going to pay for it. Literally. I'm revealing 12 mistakes that are catching everyone off guard this year, including seasoned cruisers, who should absolutely know better. And number 9 is the one that ruins more vacations than any other mistake on this list. Let's get into it. You dock in Nassau, you turn off airplane mode, you think you're connecting to a local carrier, your AT&T day pass kicks in, everything's fine, except it's not fine, because your phone is still connected to the ship's cellular at sea satellite signal, even when you're standing on the pier, even when you can see the port gates. That satellite connection charges $6 per minute, and your phone won't tell you it's happening. One passenger reported a $1,300 phone bill from a single port day in Cozumel. They thought they were on Telcel the whole time. They weren't. The fix is dead simple. Do not turn off airplane mode until you are physically past the port gates, and you can see the local carrier name on your screen, not the ship's name, the local name. BTC in the Bahamas, Telcel in Mexico. Until you see those letters, your phone is still bleeding money through the ship's satellite. You get a stomach ache at midnight. You go to the medical center. You expect something like an urgent care visit back home, maybe $100. In 2026, a simple after-hours visit on a cruise ship costs $600 just to be seen. If they put you on an IV, that's $3,000 per day, and they charge it to your CPAS account immediately, right to the credit card on file. If your card has a $5,000 limit, one medical visit can max it out. Now you have zero available credit for the rest of the trip. No drinks, no excursions, no specialty dining, nothing. The fix? Bring basic medications with you, stomach remedies, pain relief, anti-nausea tablets. And if it's not a genuine emergency, wait until the next port and find a walk-in clinic on land. It'll cost you a fraction of the ship price. You walk into an elevator on Icon of the Seas or Carnival Jubilee. You look for the buttons inside. There are no buttons inside. These new ships use destination dispatch. You select your floor on a screen outside the elevator in the lobby. The system assigns you a specific elevator. You get in, and it takes you there. No buttons needed. But if you don't know this, you step inside, panic, and ride up and down for 20 minutes while other passengers stare at you. I've watched it happen 3 times on a single sailing. It screams newbie louder than a matching cruise t-shirt. Check your ship before you board. If it's a newer vessel, look up whether it has destination elevators. 2 minutes of research saves you from becoming the elevator entertainment for Deck 7. You packed in a hurry. At the bottom of your purse, there's a stray CBD gummy from 6 months ago, or a single bullet casing you picked up as a souvenir at a shooting range. In 2019, security would confiscate it and move on. In 2026, cruise lines are handing passengers directly to local police. We're seeing arrests, lifetime bans, real consequences for items people genuinely forgot were in their bag. Before you pack, empty every pocket of every bag you're bringing. Turn them inside out. Check the linings. Check the zippers. Because that scanner doesn't care about your intentions. It only cares about what it finds. You wake up early. You put your towel on a pool chair at 8 a.m. You go to breakfast. You come back 90 minutes later and your stuff is gone. In 2026, Carnival and Royal Caribbean are testing time tagging. A crew member places a sticker on your empty chair with a time. If you're not back in 30 minutes, they remove your belongings and leave a note. Don't be the person arguing with the pool attendant about a towel. Either sit in the chair or lose the chair. The hoarding era is over. You're wearing your Ray-Ban Metas. You walk into the kids club to pick up your child. Security stops you. Because those glasses can record video without anyone knowing, cruise lines are now banning them in sensitive areas. Kids clubs, public restrooms, spa areas. You could get flagged simply for wearing your prescription glasses if they have a visible camera lens. If you own smart glasses, leave them in the cabin when you're heading to these areas. It's not worth the confrontation. Norwegian marketed themselves as freestyle cruising. Wear what you want. No rules. Casual paradise. In 2026, that's changed. NCL and several other lines are now actively turning passengers away from specialty dining rooms for wearing flip-flops or tank tops. even though the rest of the ship is completely casual. Pack one pair of closed-toe shoes and one collared shirt. That's all you need. Otherwise, you'll be standing outside the steakhouse you already paid for, watching other people eat your reservation. This is the mistake that ruins more days than any other on this entire list. You're in port. You check your iPhone for the time. It says you have 45 minutes until all aboard. You grab one more drink. You browse one more shop. But your phone auto-updated to local port time. The ship is running on ship time, which is home port time. And there's a 1 hour difference. Your 45 minutes was actually negative 15 minutes. The ship has already pulled away. I've watched it happen. It's devastating. And it's completely avoidable. Buy a cheap manual watch before your cruise. Set it to ship time on day one. Never change it. Wear it every single time you leave the ship. Your phone lies. The watch doesn't. Your boarding window says 11 to 11:30. You show up at 10 because you're excited. In 2026, terminals are strict on crowd control. If you arrive before your window, they'll make you stand outside in the heat. If you arrive late, some ports are now denying boarding entirely until the next available slot, which could be hours later. Treat that window like a flight time, not a suggestion, an appointment. Arrive 10 minutes before your slot, not an hour, not 2 hours. You got $100 in onboard credit as a booking perk. You plan to use it toward your gratuities. Bad news. Many lines now classify onboard credit as non-refundable and non-applicable to service charges. You can buy drinks with it. You can buy Wi-Fi with it, but you cannot use it to pay your mandatory daily gratuities. That's still coming out of your credit card. Read the fine print before you budget around that free credit. It might not cover what you think it covers. The Washi crew is not playing games in 2026. New norovirus strains are circulating. Cruise lines are aggressively enforcing hand sanitation before entering any buffet area. If you try to bypass the wash station, you will get called out, loudly, in front of everyone. And other passengers will publicly shame you faster than the crew will. Wash your hands. Use the sanitizer. It takes 8 seconds. The alternative is becoming the most hated person on deck 14.
Avoid the buffet blunder. The moment boarding starts, 3,000 hungry people march straight to the buffet. It's loud, it's crowded, it's chaotic. That's where the rookies go. The pros walk right past it. They head straight to the Solarium Bistro, Park Cafe, or the Local. On embarkation day, most passengers assume these places are closed. While everyone else is fighting over tongs, you're sitting in air-conditioned silence with a fresh sandwich and zero line. This is honestly the closest thing to a VIP lounge. On most modern ships, your lights and air conditioning are controlled by one thing. That slot by the door. If you pull your key card out, the room shuts down. But you don't need your SeaPass card. Use an old library card, a grocery loyalty card, or even a business card. It works perfectly. Your cabin stays cold, your phone keeps charging, and you never panic because you forgot your key in the slot. Be your own bartender. Most major cruise lines allow you to bring 2 bottles of wine per cabin. But here's the trap. Bring that bottle to the dining room and they hit you with a $25 corkage fee. Here's the workaround. Bring a corkscrew. Open the bottle in your room. Pour a glass. Carry it to dinner. No fee, no drama. You just saved $25 with one simple habit. The shower attack. Cruise shower curtains have a mind of their own. They drift inward. They cling to your legs, and honestly, it's just gross. But you can fix it with 2 simple items, heavy binder clips or magnetic weights. Just clip them to the bottom hem of the curtain and voila! The curtain stays put, the shower stays normal. It's a tiny fix, but it really makes every morning better. These luggage tag holders are actually great. The mistake is when you use them. Do not attach cruise tags before your flight. Airport baggage systems are basically shredders, and conveyor belts love to snag those plastic loops. If you attach these at home, they'll be ripped off before you even land, and a bag with no tag does not make it to your room. The correct move? Keep the tags inside your carry-on. Attach them only when you are standing at the cruise terminal sidewalk or at the hotel the night before. Never fly with cruise tags attached. Stop fighting over outlets. Take a look at your cabin desk. See that strange round outlet next to the US ones? Most Americans just ignore it, but if you bring a $3 European Type-C adapter and plug it in, you just doubled your charging space without breaking the ship's no surge protector rules. It's the outlet nobody else is using. Hack number 7. The TV lockout. Cruise lines disable the input button so you can't use your Fire Stick or laptop. The workaround? Bring a cheap universal remote, or, a Samsung remote if the TV is Samsung. Often, a generic remote can override hotel mode. Just remember to switch it back before you leave so the next guest isn't confused. Hack number 8. Beat the ATM fees. Ship ATMs are brutal. $6 to $10 per withdrawal. Instead, go to the casino. Charge $100 to your room account as gaming credit. Play one spin for 50 cents, then hit cash out. Take the ticket to the cashier. You just pulled cash from your credit card with zero ATM fees. Never book spa treatments on sea days. That's when prices peak. Book on port days instead. While everyone else is ashore, the spa runs quiet. That's when 20 to 30% discounts appear. Same massage, much lower price. Okay, so this is honestly the easiest money you'll ever make. If you're planning to cruise again, make sure to book while you're still on board. You'll get reduced deposits plus instant onboard credit. Seriously, it's often $100 or more that you can spend right away. And get this, you don't even need to pick a date. Just book an open booking and decide later. Alright, stop being polite. The main dining room is totally all you can eat. Can't make up your mind? Just order both options. 3 appetizers? Go for it. You paid for the food, so don't leave hungry. Here's a good one. Same food, but at half the price. A specialty dinner might run you $60, but lunch? It's often just $25. Check the app on sea days, because, honestly, it's one of the best value plays on the ship. So, here's the best alarm clock you'll find on board. Just order a free continental breakfast the night before, hang the tag on your door, and that's it. The gentle knock in the morning wakes you up, and suddenly, coffee is in your hand instantly. No phone alarm needed. Seriously. This one hurts. Before sail away, put your phone in airplane mode. Cellular at sea is not included in your plan. Just one email sync can trigger massive charges. Wi-Fi on, cellular off, always. The second bathroom. If 4 people share one cabin, stop fighting the shower line. Go to the fitness center locker room. Bigger showers, better pressure, unlimited towels. It's a free upgrade most people never use. And finally, hack 16. Reverse packing. Your checked bag won't arrive until late afternoon, so pack a survival kit in your carry-on. Swimsuit, medication, chargers. You'll be in the pool by 1 p.m. while everyone else waits in jeans. First up, let's talk about that balcony. You paid hundreds of dollars extra for privacy, right? Wrong. Those dividers between rooms are not soundproof, and they definitely aren't sight-proof. There are often gaps at the floor, gaps at the wall. Plus, at night, the glass reflections act like mirrors. So before you decide to get romantic or step out there without clothes on, remember this. If you can hear your neighbor opening a soda can, they can hear everything you are doing. Don't become the talk of the corridor. Speaking of privacy, remember this. Your cabin steward comes in at least once a day, usually twice. They are professionals, and they have seen it all. But let's not make it awkward. If you brought specific outfits for the evening, or if you have prohibited items sitting out on the counter, put them in a drawer before you leave for breakfast. It's about mutual respect. You don't want to come back and find your personal items neatly arranged on a towel animal. Trust me. Now, about those prohibited items. Let's be real. Statistics show about 13% of cruisers try to sneak alcohol on board to save money. Is it allowed? No. Can you get kicked off? Technically, yes. But usually, if they catch you, you get sent to the naughty room. This isn't a jail. It's a room where they open your bag, confiscate the bottle, and give it back at the end of the trip. People swear by rum runner pouches, but you have to decide if saving $50 is worth the embarrassment of being called down to security. If you are looking for your crowd on board, you need to know the codes in the daily planner. The cruise lines use discretion here. If you see a meeting for Friends of Bill W., that is not a guy named Bill hosting a party. That is the international code for Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. And if you see Friends of Dorothy, that is the meetup for LGBTQ+ travelers. Knowing the codes helps you find your community without awkward questions. This one sounds crazy for a tropical cruise, but pack a hoodie or a wrap. Seriously. The air conditioning inside the ship, especially in the theater and the main dining room, is set to Arctic. Plus, the wind on the top deck at night while the ship is moving at 20 knots, it is freezing. Do not be the person shivering in a tank top during the comedy show, or you will end up buying an overpriced sweatshirt in the gift shop. This is my favorite pro tip. In the main dining room, the menu is just a suggestion. You are not limited to one appetizer and one entree. Want 2 lobster tails? Order them. Want to make your own surf and turf? Order the steak and the shrimp. Want to skip the salad and order 3 appetizers instead? Do it. As long as they have the ingredients, the waiters usually love to make it happen. You already paid for the food. Don't be shy. Here is a packing tip that saves your sanity. Cruise cabin bathrooms are tiny and have 0 counter space. If you leave your stuff out, it will slide onto the floor. Bring a cheap over-the-door shoe organizer. Hang it on the bathroom door. Put your sunscreen, hair clips, meds, and deodorant in the pockets. It acts like a vertical drawer and keeps the cabin clutter-free. Throw a few magnetic hooks in your bag too. The walls are metal, and you'll need them for hats and lanyards. If you head to the casino, stay away from the Keymaster or Skill Crane games. You know the ones. Stacks of cash. iPads. They look like games of skill, but they aren't. They are programmed just like slot machines to only pay out after a certain amount of money has been fed into them. You aren't winning that iPad because you have good aim. You win only if the computer decides it's time to pay out. Did you know you can check exactly how clean your ship is before you book? It's public record. The CDC publishes sanitation scores and reports on norovirus outbreaks for every ship. And if you're worried about safety, the Department of Transportation publishes crime stats, suspicious deaths, assaults, everything. Most people book blindly. A pro checks the safety record first. It takes 5 minutes on Google. So, on the last morning, the ship just turns into chaos, right? They'll give you a number or a zone tag to get off the ship. But here's the secret, you can usually ignore it. If you're able to carry your own luggage off the ship without any help, go for self-assist. You can walk off literally whenever you want, usually as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. Don't just sit in a lounge for 2 hours waiting for them to call number 4 if you've got your bags in hand. This is a serious one, and honestly, people get it wrong all the time. Do not try to hook up with the crew. It's strictly against maritime employment laws. Officers are one thing, but if you invite a bartender or cabin steward back to your room, you're not being fun, you're actually getting them fired. They have 0 tolerance for this. The ship has cameras everywhere. If a crew member enters a passenger cabin unnecessarily, they'll lose their job and be put off at the next port. And on that note, just assume you are always being watched. There is, effectively, 0 privacy in public areas. Hallways, elevators, decks, stairwells. Cameras cover nearly every inch of the ship for safety and liability. The bridge is monitoring constantly. Also, be aware that cameras on the bridge wings often look down the side of the ship, so your balcony might not be as hidden as you think. Behave yourself. I get this question constantly. Can I bring my gummies if I have a prescription? Or, it's legal in California. Can I bring it? The answer is no. Cruise ships follow federal and international maritime law. It does not matter if it's legal in the state you leave from. Drug dogs are often at the port terminal. If you get caught, you are staying on the dock and losing your vacation money. Leave it at home. Finally, check your spending account every single night on the cruise app. Do not wait until the last day. The cruise lines make mistakes constantly. You might get charged for a drink you didn't order, or a spa treatment you canceled. It is much easier to fix a $15 mistake on a Tuesday night than it is to stand in a massive line at guest services on the last morning when you're trying to catch a flight. That line is always a nightmare. Avoid it. Secret number 1. Stop eating in the main dining room every night. I know, it sounds crazy. You paid for the white tablecloth experience. You want the waiter to put the napkin in your lap. But here is the reality in 2026. The main dining room is slower than ever before. Kitchens are understaffed, the portions are getting smaller, and you will spend 2 hours sitting there just to get a lukewarm steak. On lines like Princess, MSC, or even Royal Caribbean, the secret is that the buffet is actually better. Yes, the buffet. On prime rib night, the buffet carves the exact same meat as the dining room. But you get it instantly. You get it hot. And you can have as much as you want without judging eyes. Use the dining room for the atmosphere once or twice, sure. But for the actual meal, the pros are upstairs eating while you are still waiting for bread. Secret number 2. Never, ever put your suitcase in the hallway on the last night. The cruise line begs you to do this. They send you tags. They tell you to put them out by 10 p.m. They want to clear the ship fast for the next passengers. But here is the horror story I see every single week in the forums. You pack your bags, you put them in the hallway, you go to sleep, and the next morning, you realize you made a terrible mistake. You packed your only pair of long pants, or your car keys, or your blood pressure medication, and now, that bag is gone. It is buried under 4,000 other bags in the cruise terminal warehouse. You cannot get it back until you leave the ship. I have seen grown men walking off the ship in their pajamas in 40-degree weather. Don't be that guy. Do self-assist debarkation. Keep your bags in your room. Walk them off yourself the next morning. You are in control, you get off faster, and you never lose your pants. Secret number 3 is a physics lesson that sends people to the infirmary. If you book a balcony cabin, never open your balcony door and your hallway door at the same time. It seems like a nice idea to get a breeze going through the room. But ships are pressurized environments. When you open both ends, it creates a massive wind tunnel effect. The pressure difference is strong enough to slam your heavy cabin door shut. It hits with the force of a hammer. If your fingers are in that door jamb, they are crushed. If a mirror is on the wall, it shatters across the room. Treat your cabin like a spaceship airlock. One door opens, the other must be closed. Let's talk about the quickest way to ruin your vacation budget. Secret number 4, the maritime roaming rule. Do not wait until the ship moves to turn off your cellular data. Many people think, I have an international plan with Verizon, I'm fine. You are not fine. Once that ship leaves the port, your phone connects to cellular at sea. This is a satellite network. It is not covered by your domestic carrier. If your phone automatically downloads one email or updates one app in the background, you could come home to a $300 or $400 phone bill. I am not exaggerating. Put your phone in airplane mode while you are still standing on the dock. Use the ship's Wi-Fi but keep the cellular radio off.